and welcome to the final Plastic Crack podcast of 2022. I was going to say ever then, but then I realised that's not quite right, and I've got us all in the wrong place. There we go.
That's a great way to tell us that it's all over, Martin, for goodness sake.
That's it, yeah. Sorry, guys. This is my final. I'm leaving. I'm off. Anyway, this is episode 45, which means that we skipped 7 this year. So I'm not quite sure how that works out, but welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. As you know, tonight we're going to be doing our first Crackpot Awards, which we'll come to in due course. But I think first of all, it's time to say hello to everyone. So to my over there with the very fetching purple tinsel and what turned out to be a pint of vodka, we have Ken from Miniature Wargaming Warriors. Below me in the dashing shirt, which we've been informed is really thin and
it is really thin, really
breathable,
yes.
It's Steve from 1 Point HQ, and then down there in the ski gear because it's that cold. It is
cold in here.
With boots on the table. I loved it. I got a message from Dom. You were setting up a game, weren't you, earlier in the week? I suggested you should make it the retreat from Russia and just leave the windows open.
Yeah, that wasn't helpful. It was bloody cold.
Oh no!
Anyway, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us on this night. I hope everyone's getting ready for Christmas and are you guys ready?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
I did my
wrapped and under the tree.
I did my 15 minutes of online shopping today.
You've only just done your shopping.
Yeah.
What food
You
shopping?
know there's,
or like?
you know there's a post.
It's coming from Amazon.
Amazon arrives. It's fine. They don't worry about the post.
Amazon. No,
I'm never allowed to do anything Christmassy. Elaine does it all, so I don't have to worry about any of it. It's fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, I get asked an opinion, and then I say my opinion probably shouldn't.
And
it
doesn't count.
Yeah, so
yeah, I guess
it's like
she doesn't even do that now, Martin. She just, she used to offer that opinion and then ignored me. Now she just ignores me.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I'm happy to pay for the decorations. I'm happy to. I just don't want to be involved. Don't want to do it. No, I like to be involved. It's just when I started doing? I started putting some tinsel on something, and I got reliably informed that was the incorrect place for that type of tinsel. Yeah. Anyway, let's say hello to everyone who's joined us on this lovely Monday. We have Adam Kirtley, we have John Clark, String 7, Richard's Workbench Warriors. Hello, dude. Bicker City's here. Hello, how you doing? John Salisbury. Dave Baker, Crossing Obstacles, how you doing, buddy? Barnes, White, Carl Burks, Leslie, how you doing, dude? Paul Crouch, Josh drank the paint water. Hey. To be fair, don't get your vodka mixed up with paint water tonight, Ken.
What were you trying to persuade Ken to drink tonight?
Oh, the isopropyl. It is. Moving on. Lazy Pirate Painting. Rich John. Ham and Jam. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Indeed. Yorkshire Gamer. We have some Yorkshire Christmas in here. Or Yorkshire Christmas.
Yorkshire.
We have Graham's War Games as well. How you doing? How was your game against Dom? Did that get filmed?
Do you know, there's a funny story there, isn't there, Graham? Absolutely a funny story.
Well, go on. You might as well tell
I'll tell you the funny story. So my first game of Saga for about 2.5 years, Graham persuaded me to play. I got out my lovely Seleucid army that I've been working on. We started playing it. And you know those games where you just think, this is just, I just can't see how I could possibly beat this army he's got. Everything I tried, everything went wrong. And he was dicing like a complete turnip. He was terrible, and he was still absolutely thrashing me. So I got a message from him this week saying, oops, I got a few of the rules wrong, including the one that I'd said was the one that I thought was... He said, are you sure you can do that? It was like he could clear his board and then rebuild it all again in my turn. And I said, are you sure you can do that? Oh, yeah, you can. So he owes me big style.
So a rematch then. How were your rocket-powered pikes?
They were brilliant. Well, actually, they weren't that great. But according to Miller, they did exactly what they're supposed to do. So it's all good. So fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. So moving away, Granapigo, Pat Neal, Steve Harbour.
Hang on a minute. Manning. Did you say rocket-powered pikes?
They're not rocket.
You were here for this conversation.
You were here for this.
You were here.
You were here. What is wrong with you? You're not even like if you were like drunk, it would be okay. Like,
no, brain cannot remember.
Robin and Miller were going at it because of
missile
because pikes get
firing.
missile fire.
The pikes jut out like missiles. Apparently,
I think this is opening a can of worms. You were here.
Yeah,
you were here.
Yeah. Shut it. Shut the can.
Mate. Oh, there's Hippolyte. Louis, baby, how you doing? Rich, Nick Games, he's here. Friends of General Haig, Harpham. The Stoic Steve. I'm trying desperately for it not to do that thing where it cuts to the end. Dan Justin, how you doing from Los Angeles? Hello.
Hey.
I bet it's nice and warm there.
Joseph, Ian Wright, Andrew JF. I keep wanting to say something Sun, just because I've been commenting in the chat. Steve Keelan, Miller's Miniatures, Mortzik. They said, we had a little bet on what drink you were getting while you were gone. So they've gone with a pint of Bailey's, something blue, baby sham. Ken is drinking neat 3D printer resin.
We tried on that one, but he wouldn't.
I didn't mention it. I didn't mention
resin on the rocks.
I'm painting a 3D miniature now. Actually,
Dan McHugh's here. Hello, Crackheads. Hello, indeed. Dan Justice said he was so surprised with the quality of our intro, didn't realise it was a commercial. Thank you. It's just done that bloody thing. Dice Assault, Andy Shaw, I'm sorry if I've missed you out. It's just jumped all the way to the bottom of the comments. 9999 Paladin, Guesties Wargaming. Haven't seen you for a while, dude. Hope you're doing well. And Walkabout Games. There we go. If I missed you out, very sorry. But thank you for everyone who's joined us. And thank you if you're watching this on the catch up. We greatly appreciate it. And if you saved this for some Christmas viewing, or if you're rewatching it over Christmas, what are you doing? Go and have fun. Go and
Merry Christmas anyway, if you're watching it Christmas Day, I'm sure.
Merry Christmas, everyone. There you go. You could be our Tiny Tim.
I don't think I'm very tiny.
I'm not going to say anything. You better, after we did that suit fitting, you're meant to be, because you bought different sizes, didn't you?
No, I didn't in the end. I tried. My new suit fits me. Tested it.
Does my new suit fit me?
No, you're too fat. You got to lose weight.
This is really tight. This is like it's really pinching under here. It's quite.
So wanted to get a slim suit just to piss you off. It would have been.
I just wouldn't come. I would.
Fine, I've got a slim fit for you.
I just wouldn't come. One of these two could do it. They could draw lots in the same suit.
In the same suit. That would cut down the odds, really, wouldn't it?
I was going to say, I mentioned last week I look like Lurch from the Addams Family when I wear a suit. So
that's all right. Laura likes the Addams Family. It'll be all right.
Well, let's. Graham said he's looking forward to a rematch with you, Dom. So you'll have to.
I need an impartial umpire when I play him next. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. No, impartial, I said, not you.
Impartial. Yes, impartiality doesn't really factor into Ken's wargaming. No, anyway, as this is the Christmas episode, we're going to make, and as it's an awards ceremony, I don't know, show, whatever the hell it is that we're doing, we are all making an effort to drink. So I'm actually going to say, what is everyone drinking? I've got Iron Maiden's Trooper, the Day of the Dead version.
Ooh, that's good. Very nice.
Basically, because it was the most Christmassy looking one I could see. What about you, Steve? What you got? What are you on tonight?
I'm on the Marston's Old Empire IPA.
Ooh, that sounds nice. That's far too normal for you, Steve.
I saw some Juice Forsyth. I nearly bought it because I went to B&M. I was in B&M and I saw something there. What about you, John?
Juice Forsyth is highly recommended.
I have some Hogsback IPA.
Ooh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
Really nice.
And Ken, we know you got a pint of vodka, but what vodka is it? Just nondescript vodka?
No, it's actually Smirnoff because Laura bought it last week to take it to a Christmas pre-drinks party.
You got that in a Beavertown glass?
No, I got it in a B glass.
I thought it was Beaver. You should have mead in that, sir. That would be the.
I don't like mead. Don't like ale, do I? I'm only a lager drinker.
Mead is an ale. Mead is honey wine. Like what?
I probably would like it then. It sounds quite nice.
Will
it give you diabetes or something if you drink too much of it? Is it sugary?
Probably.
It's like all alcohol. It's all alcohol. Anyway, let's go around, and before we get into the results of the Crackpots, which you guys have voted for, we will go around, and as Dom wasn't here last week, and because this is, I'm hoping, is going to take up a big bunch of the time. Dom, what have you been working on? Have you been clearing the benches before Santa gets here?
I definitely am trying my very best, mate. Whatever I can do, clear them all out. What have I been doing? Hang on, let me go back through all the stuff here. So, some of it people will have seen on the Facebook. So these was my 1 point of Saga heavy cavalry for my Macedonian successor army. Yeah, I've gone really colourful with this army. It's just seriously colourful.
I like the red shield, Dom. Very nice.
What figures are those?
They're Victrix.
The Griffin. They're okay, right. Cool.
They're Victrix Classics. They're the successor packs, which are great. What are you chucking around, Steve?
I just dropped a paint pot on some figures and it annoyed me.
Okay, fair enough. I did a general for the army as well.
Oh, it's cracking armor. That looks awesome.
Yeah.
They're nice. They're just really nice figures.
Did you use that gold that you picked up?
I did. That is that gold. Yeah.
That is really nice. So what do you do? Just base coat it, put a wash, and then you highlight it, Bill?
I think if I remember rightly, I used a sort of bronze, a slightly bronzy coloured first of all. Then I washed it, and then I used that. What is it called? I can't even remember what it's called now. The braid stuff.
Gold braid.
Yeah, over the top, and it's
awesome.
really nice. Comes out beautifully. So,
are you enjoying painting these? You're looking like you. Like
do you know, they're really easy to paint because you only do, like 4 heavy cavalry and a general, it's like, and that's 2 points or 1.5 or whatever it is in the army. So yeah, it's really, really good fun. And I'll whip through the army will be done. It's pretty much, I played with it on Friday and I'm just adding extra bits to it now. So I've got some options. So I did these Peltas as well. So they're more Victrix as well.
Very cool.
So,
did you buy any of the terrain on Friday, Dom?
No, I didn't, mate. It was all pretty much junk, to be honest. It wasn't much good. There are a couple of bits that were half decent, but the club was having a clear out of the terrain cupboard.
Robin says your stuff looks sweet. Maybe he can sneak one more project onto 2023. Right. Well, right. Robin, if you could copy it, because we'll come on to this a little bit later when we're chatting to people. But Robin, if you can cut and paste your 2023 list that you sent to me and Miller just into the chat. Just so they can see what your very small list that you're planning on working on is. And the great thing was Miller put the next thing, isn't that like 1 week for Dom?
I got accused of being able to do on Lee's stream last night. I got accused of doing about 40,000 figures in a week or something stupid. So anyway, whatever. Not quite that bad. But I did start on my border Reivers stuff. So the border wars stuff. So in fact, I finished it. I didn't start on it. I finished it.
I did have a sneaky look at these after you uploaded them because they look so I couldn't resist them, but they look awesome. That shield is amazing.
Dom, after your video, I am very, very tempted to get into this border Reivers thing because it just looks so cool and really unique. And I mentioned metal figures. They're lovely for metal figures. They are really.
They are.
I think we're slowly winning Steve round with metal figures.
I think we are slowly but surely.
But it's the smaller. And I don't mean this in a bad way at all. But the smaller companies, the the one man bands like Flags of War and Bloody Miniatures. Yeah. They've just got that character from and Burrows and Badgers. Sorry, I say it's 1 minute. Obviously, I know it's him and his wife. They do a sterling job, but they've just got so much character to them, but maybe we could, CrackCon 4 will be happening. Maybe we could ask Ian to come and demo it. Maybe that would be a bit of a distance. What's happened? Have you broke it?
No, I stood on my reindeer.
Oh,
fuck's sake!
That's like a crime in Norway.
Do you know what? I can honestly say I don't.
You know what? I primed it and I was fucking looking forward to painting it.
I don't think there'll be any podcast in the past 12 months where someone said, I stood on my reindeer. I think you've...
I had some reindeer during the week. At Bury, we have like this farmer's market and they had a meat store and they were selling reindeer in like pepperoni sticks, like heated up.
Reindeer's lovely. I used to go to Finland occasionally. It's lovely meat. They're really nice.
You right there, Ken?
No.
What made me laugh that Lidl do all these weird foods. Not weird. The foods you don't get in most other supermarkets.
Yeah.
And I went over Christmas. They used to do reindeer steaks. I always thought that was hilarious. I'd always go and buy your reindeer steaks for Lidl.
Absolutely, James. I stood on my reindeer Crackpot Awards t-shirt.
Yes.
Actually, we're gonna get a plushie made, like a little reindeer with a Crackpot t-shirt on, but it's got a footprint on its face.
It's so annoying though, because I've got the guy here, and I was really looking forward to doing that.
Is he riding it?
No, he's
pulling a sleigh,
like
obviously.
Like a mule pack.
What game is this for? Burrows and Badgers?
No,
bolt action.
It's Finns, isn't it? The Finns. They've got reindeers everywhere.
Don, what else have you been doing, dude?
Okay, let's move on. So I did the infantry. So that's the foot group to go with them.
Nice.
So,
Dom, can I just say, sorry, your painting on these is awesome, mate. They look really, really good.
Thank you very much. I have to say, in all fairness, the figures are so good. The detail on them is so amazing that even a half-botched job from me is coming out beautifully. They are really good fun. And they're just like those figures, because there's, the 2, 4, 6, 8 there, you can spend a bit of time with them. And I really enjoyed doing them. Really enjoyed doing them.
Reindeers are just big lemmings with horns.
It's
I think that's that's going to be someone who knows. I feel
he's a man in the know. And that's the Blackadder figures that come in the pack as well.
Yes. Although, come on, there's something missing on Percy. You need to put a lump of green stuff on there, and just
a lump of pure green,
purest green.
I should do, really, shouldn't I? I have to say, I did struggle with his face. It really doesn't look great. I'm going to have another. I've had about 4 goes at his face. I'm going to have to do it again. Anyway, nice. But lovely figures, and the Baldric figure's brilliant as well. And then that's the village pack. So you get the 2 kids with a hobby horse and the.
These figures are awesome.
Can I just say something? I have a fear of hobby horses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't like them. I there's something about them. We used to go to a toy shop. The Entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
And there was an aisle I couldn't go down because there was a box of hobby horses down there.
Why have you told us this? Everyone's Crackcon 4 is going to come armed with like a horse. It's going to be like the riding.
We're going to have
a Robbie horses.
We have a race in the car park. With
it's a horse's head on a stick.
I mean, it is a bit Godfather. Yeah,
right.
So things you learn. Welcome to Classic Crack Podcast. You want serious wargaming talk.
This is extraordinary, isn't it?
Wow.
And I did send the picture of this for ahead of this next one that I was doing all kinds of weird research. My internet history is going to be even weirder than it is at the moment. Researching different types of cows that you had in the Highlands in that period. So there's Airedales, and I can't remember the other breeds, but they are actually correct breeds, and some sheep. So that was it. That's all. That's basically.
I think you'll find, Don, that's the wrong shade of brown.
I think you'll find they're not actually, Ken.
So Mortic, I'm not sure you can say this. Those kids would turn it well. I'm not sure. I'm getting close to the.
He's not wrong though, is he? Really?
He's not wrong. But if there's anyone that can turnip a kid in miniature, it's Steve. Steve.
I'd turn it anything.
Words have.
Hello, dude. How are you doing? We've had a few people drop in. Late War Games Hobbies here. How are you doing, dude? And Killer Kriegsman's here as well. Robin. Right. Look, honestly, right before the stream, Robin was sending me pictures of the livestock he's backed on that Bavarian Kickstarter thing, and he was like, "I want the livestock. I want the livestock." The new verb, to turnip. Absolutely. To turnip or not to turnip? That is the question that Dom never has.
No, never going to either. So I also had, these are some of the assault group figures that I already had in the collection.
I love the guy on the left. He's awesome.
They're a bit chunkier, but they paint up quite nice. I'm quite pleased.
Tell you what, On a Blackadder theme, that looks like Nursey on the far right.
Do you know? I thought exactly the same thing.
Where's Flash Art?
No, we haven't got Flash Art. So she's a bit more potato faced, but it's good. And then I also got some Hey Ho War Games. I think they're called Yay Ho or something like that. They do some Reivers. So this is one of their packs. I think this is called the Armstrongs. So again, a bit chunkier, not necessarily quite the detail, but they're all right. They come out quite.
I'm just going to interrupt this because Roy's just dropped in. Just a quick drop in, say hello, and wish everyone a Merry Christmas because he's working the night shift on the ambulance tonight. Take care, dude, and thank you very much.
Mate. Thanks,
Merry
Roy.
Christmas.
Dude. Have a great Christmas, Roy.
Hi, Nursey. Love the beard.
Great reference. Great reference.
It's getting really hot.
And there's some Bowman, which are also from Hey Ho or whatever they're called. So I did them just because I need to.
You know, Dom. Jesus, you're still going.
Like,
oh yeah, still
is
got
there
more.
left unpainted?
There you go. Some dogs.
Oh,
No,
that is really cool.
Dom, did you do any research for the dogs?
I didn't.
Ah.
Except that they look.
He went out into a local park
cartoony.
and just went around taking pictures of people's dogs.
People get very offended if you walk up and take pictures of their dogs, unless you should go and stroke them first. Apparently, no. I've done everything out the Kickstarter now, but because at the moment Ian's range is fairly limited, I had to get those extra ones, so I've got something to fight against. You see, so that was my excuse.
That is very cool. That's all everything? So you paid the entire collection?
Yeah, basically I did the whole lot. But I did a building as well because I thought I needed to do some buildings.
They need a hovel to fight over.
They do need that. And this was I showed this on the Facebook page. I'm not sure where I got this from, but it just a bit of scenery for the Dead Man's Hand. There you go.
Nice.
Alex is doing the washing up.
Good for you, mate.
Good,
Well done.
good. Hello. I hope we can be there for you in your time of need. Clanger says hi, and sorry, this one is Killer Kriegsman says to see the new Guard Ordnance battery. I haven't seen it. Can you, if you posted it in the Facebook group, if you haven't, go and post it up in there. If you and then if not, I'll go and have a grab. They all get a shot. I mean, okay, that's just awesome stuff. I mean, I don't really.
There you go. I filled a bit of time for you. There you go.
So, thank you very much. So, Steve, I know that you are definitely going to match that in terms of.
He's been
quantity.
roaring through
this last week. I did bugger all. No, I'm not going to say bugger all. Slightly bugger all. I spent the entire week playing video games. I had a complete break from painting, but looks like
it does. You're right. It does. That was my comment on those dogs. They look too. They look like cartoon dogs.
Scooby-Doo and Gromit.
Oh yes.
And that looks like what is the wrong trousers dog?
Actually, it looks like
Gromit,
but as a proper dog.
The one on the right looks like Rhubarb from Rhubarb and Custard.
Now that is a throwback. That is.
Jesus Christ, you old fogies.
Old fogies. So I started at the weekend. I sent you that picture of those skeletons I was working on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And all the last 6 are built, so they'll be done over the next couple of days. Although they take minutes to paint, they're ridiculous. But I am tonight. I'm painting metal miniatures, and
what?
Well,
we have
metal miniatures or metal miniatures.
Slight. I mean, it's they're 2000 AD. So I'm repainting my strontium dog figures because I wasn't happy with the way they're done. But yeah.
Sorry, I've just seen James's comment. So James says after Dom finishes his section, I always imagine him saying, "Are you not entertained?"
I'm used to it, James. They don't care. I just fill time. That's all.
But yeah, that's my week. I've been building and had a small amount of painting, nothing to show, and I apologise for nothing. Where's the helicopters?
Yeah, where's your hooey?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot.
And also,
it's not a right. What? I've got a thing in my head. What's gonna arrive first? My helicopter or the next bloody ice age? And I'm going for the next ice age because this is not showing any sign of showing. People have finished theirs. I've not even had mine yet. Rant over. Jesus.
Go on, then, Ken. Can you do it?
So yeah, I've been focusing on the hobby loft this week by ripping out my train tracking and doing it. But I'm still painting the proxy of not sanguineous. I'm doing his wings at the moment.
Legally distinct sanguineous.
Yeah, that's it. I'm doing his wings at the minute. So yes, white is my friend. Not. So yeah.
Ooh,
What are you doing for it? Like, what would you? I know what I would try and do, but what did you do?
Yeah, I've gone. I did a base grey, and I did a dry brush white. Now I've done, and then I did a wash of what's it called? Apothecary white, thin down.
Yeah.
Now I'm going over and layering with matte white, and then I'm going to probably do some highlights with another different type of white later on.
Awesome stuff. Okay,
Yes.
That's pretty much And are you still loving that model?
Yes, it's awesome.
Has he got a mask on, or is he?
No, it's his face. It's his face. So I'm looking forward to painting that because it's quite detailed. So I'm going to really take my time with that.
Something I really like. Well, I do like is like they always talk in the books, because I like the Horus Heresy books a lot, and they always talk about the Primarks putting on their helmets, but only a few of them. Like they always, obviously, all the drawings they want them unhelmeted, so you can see like the lovely flowing locks of hair or the big beards, or how like screwed up their faces are. And I like the idea of them actually just all like with helmets on. Steve says Ken the millennial. Steve, dude, technically I'm a millennial, so I'm. Yeah. Steve, what year were you born?
1978.
He ain't no millennial.
No, he's not. He's got away with it.
I don't know what I'm classed as.
Probably Gen Z.
No, you're the end of Gen X.
Am I? Sweet.
Yeah.
Get to hang out with Billy Idol.
Of all the people to choose in the world, you choose Billy Idol.
Oh, he's a Generation X, wasn't he? In a band, Generation X.
Yeah.
And I actually think hanging out with Billy Idol would just be so cool, if slightly dangerous.
Have you seen the latest video of him duetting with Miley Cyrus?
No.
Really? No. Oh my god.
Dear. I mean, it's not bad. Like you know. I mean, it's it's Rebel Yell. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's Rebel Yell. That song can't ever be bad.
No.
Imagine
But,
if you did
my week was again, I just seem to be working on lots of different things. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna have a week where like it's just like I finished this, and this. But I did last week. I worked on this. Now I feel like this was kind of festive. So this is what I painted up last week. And 1 second. Here we go. There you go.
Hey.
That is awesome.
I don't know. I just fancy doing a dwarf. And do you know, because I've only ever painted dwarves for roleplay games. I've never like for D&D and stuff. So I've only ever painted.
And me, you painted me, didn't you? That was a dwarf, my monk.
Oh yes, you were. Yes, exactly. But that was like a single like mini. So I really enjoyed doing that. So I tried out a couple of different things, and I thought he's got to be in the snow, hasn't he? So I threw out. I opened the old Colombian special snow, and that had gone yellow. So, but I did. I've moved on to a different product now. I've got a different supplier, far more reliable, and actually I think much better. But yeah. So and it just adheres really nicely, and you can make those nice. This is the AK Interactive stuff. So it's the base paste, and then you can buy the little. They're called the micro balloons to just give it that powdery effect. And then essentially I just did exactly what I do with the desert basing to create the footprints. So it's exactly the same, but I used I used a little bit of that UV resin, and I just put a few, that's how I did the stuff on his cloak and that. I just did a few little patches on his cloak, and then sprinkled the micro balloons over him, and then just hit it with the UV. Yeah, and it dried hard. So I was really pleased with him. I don't know what I'm going to do with him, but he's there. Maybe one day, I don't know. He'll end up probably dying in some kind of RPG adventure. But that was that's kind of really all I painted that I actually got finished. I'm working on some scenery at the minute. which is sort of like a palisades and things like that, which is quite fun. I'm just sorting some of those out. But hopefully, by the time we come back in the year, I'll have a whole load of stuff painted, he says. I meant to say as well, I forgot, John Clark, he was here first. As soon as I put the thing up to go live, he was here. So well done, John. So yeah, that's it. Apart from obviously the game went live, and then I got loads of messages, basically. I wouldn't say mocking, but what's the right word? Commiserating me on the hammering that I got from Miller and Robin. Sorry, spoilers.
You actually
and the
lost.
fact that
Jesus.
yeah, if it's not just solely against Robert, oh no, I did beat them last time. To be fair, it's been quite a good year for me on the winning front, but I've lost the last 3 games, and actually even more if you count like the games of Masters of the Universe we've been playing, because I seem to lose those as well.
I have to say, Robin did look extremely smug, which I thought was probably well deserved.
When that cannon blew up.
That was the funniest moment of the whole thing. And you tried.
Well, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was actually a rule in that. I didn't know that was a thing in Pike and Shot. So I genuinely thought he was taking the piss. And he told me. It was, what I did cut out of it was I was like, you're joking, because they were like flipping through the books for ages. I was like, you're talking crap. Like, this isn't a thing. If I'd have left that in the video, it would have probably been about 25 minutes longer. But no, it was really good, and it was a cracking scenario that Miller put together. It was just a lot of fun. I mean, ECW just looks so cool. It does. Whatever happens, it always just looks cool. So, well, I would say that was it's been a successful week for Dom. Well, should we get on with the meat of tonight?
Can I just say something before we start? I need to go and shed some layers because I'm absolutely roasting alive. I'm not looking at it. I'll be 2 minutes.
Your breathable thing. God damn it! I thought Ken was going to take his trousers down. Then, jeez, God.
I thought Ken was going to try and move with that attached to his head, and he was going to get flung back. Go for a what?
Looking for a wipe.
Let's go for a wipe.
Oh God.
White.
Well, this is scintillating viewing, isn't it? So we should probably, while this is going on, we should elaborate a little bit. So it's actually Dom's idea a couple of months ago to do this. So Dom, why don't you fill people in on your thoughts behind the crackpots?
Of the crackpots. Yeah, well, we just thought, actually, I just thought it was a really good idea that we just asked people what they thought was the best things of the year around the hobby. So we put up the quiz. It was up there for 2 weeks.
Lots of responses.
We had a lot. We had well over 100. What was the number in there? 120.
Oh, it was getting up. It was getting up to 200 because but not everyone. But people didn't necessarily answer every question. That's the thing. Okay. There were a lot of responses. So thank you to everyone.
It was awesome. So thank you for that, guys. It was really good, guys and girls. It was really good you did that. And maybe we'll do this every year. Just be interesting to see what people think and what they've thought of the year. So we had all the different categories, and also there was the other section for the bits I didn't remember, particularly around things like fantasy.
But it got used.
It did get very well used. And I think at least one category came very high because of that, because I missed somebody out.
It did. So so what we'll do, we're going to roll through the categories, make sure we've all got our drinks ready. I'm going to run out of this. I might have to go get some whiskey. I think that's all I've got left. Actually, I've got some wine in it. You shall go for it. So what we're going to do, we'll go through and we'll announce winners. So our first category was for the best new mini range. Now there was a whole load in there, and to be fair, this one stormed it. Really, there wasn't really any.
It was a clear winner. This one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Dom, can we have a drum roll, please?
Oh, blimey! Hang on, I've got to find it.
Right at the bottom. It's at the bottom.
I got it.
Unclick loop.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. No, how do I do it? How do you turn it on?
There's a. You just click it.
I did. Nothing happened.
Oh, technical difficulties.
Nothing but professionalism.
It's not working for me. You do it. Sorry, mate. Oh, hang on. It's there. I see. Got it.
You. And the winner is
Hey!
Epic.
Was it worth all
Now,
that
technically, obviously, it came out at the very, very end of 2021, but the big push has been through 2022. So, Ken, that must make you happy, considering you've painted your massive epic army that you said that you were going to paint as your New Year's thing last year, that you were going to do, you know, everything again in epic. So, you must be pretty pleased to see that.
You're such a prick.
Oh, by the way,
my epic stuff.
the
went to
winners of
Australia.
this, you just get a, you just get the, just well done.
The honour of doing it.
Crack on the PCP, salute you. But actually, to be fair, there's over like 800 people in the group, so
Yeah. It does
so
just
there
show
we
that
go.
this was a very popular launch. And I know some people were very snooty about it, including us, to be honest. But actually, it was very popular. And if it brought people into the hobby, fantastic. But yeah. It was the winner. Very clearly.
It was.
Winner as well.
It was. So that was the best new miniature range of 2022. So Dom, not wanting to mess around, decided what's the best new rules, and we all like rules, don't we? And the best new rules were.
Ta-da!
200
Hey!
And again, this one again stormed it, which obviously makes me very happy. But no, I thought this was awesome. I mean, it's always interesting when these rules come out, because this one really divided people, I think, because some people said, obviously, is it too narrative? Is it too much of a solo game, or would it be better? But I think it's actually done far better than people thought it would, to be honest. What do you reckon? Have any of you not actually played it yet?
No,
Nope.
I haven't even played it.
No.
You have?
Yeah, I think it does get a lot of people love it. People clearly love it, and it looks awesome. And your run-throughs you've put up have been really, really good. So
I was going to say,
It
for
is
me, it was the game you ran at CrackCon. I think I watched like the last game, and it was just so much fun to watch.
It is a really cool game. I will at some point. I do want to make a bespoke board for it, which is like a facility, and it's all dark. So also so that I stop getting comments, which is it's not at night. Why is everything green? It is a great deal.
That right there, ladies and
there
gentlemen.
wasn't anything
is
sour there.
sarcasm.
Yes, that's it.
sarcasm of the West. Do you know? I did see last. Was it? I can't remember what night it was. Travis was doing a stream and he was talking about. I don't think he's particularly enamored with it, but because I know he, like me, is a bit worried. It's great as a one-player game, but you're always very keen that it's definitely a two-player. So I must.
I think it's the way you approach it. I think if you approach it with the idea of a narrative set, because I think people are so used to a god's eye view, the battlefield. So having units that are doing things randomly, or a little bit more railroaded up to a point. I think people find that a little bit hard to deal with at times, whereas I quite like it. But then I really, really like role play games. I really like you like events in those random things that can happen. Everyone likes them until it works against them.
I think the thing I fear, and I say I haven't played it yet, but Travis articulated quite well the other night, was the fact that while you're just sort of waiting to be slapped at one point as the German player, or the sentry player, and that's
only if you don't deploy your stuff in the right place. You've really got to look at your board, put your deployment points down. But also, so there's new stuff coming out, which we'll talk about in the news section.
We will.
But there's new things within the game to allow you to take new plans to like really, really screw up the SAS or whoever's attacking you. But again, it
came very clearly the winner, so everyone's loving it out there. Great.
Absolutely. So next up, we have the best terrain. Obviously, there's a lot of terrain suppliers out there, going from the MDF side of things through to people who make bespoke scenery. And this one was very, very close. But as always, we can only have one winner.
It can only be
Dom.
one.
Dom, drum roll, please. Sarisa. Well done.
Yeah,
now,
that was a really hard-fought category. That was.
That was. You guys will know all the other ones. So, to be fair, special mention on this one, definitely to war bases. and Last Valley as well. This was an incredibly hard fought category by you guys, and I think this is one of those ones that everybody voted on as well, because the and then I remember, is it the other section in this one? There was someone who just put down, "I use books,"
which is fantastic. Good on them. I reckon that's really old school. That must have been Leslie. That's old school.
He's in the chat. He'll let us. So what about you guys? What is your go-to for terrain? If you need terrain, what's your go-to?
Mine is TT Combat.
Lost Valley.
Yeah,
Lost Valley.
I think a lot of I've got lots of fields and trees and things from Last Valley, but I think building wise, it probably would be TT or War Bases.
War Bases.
I mean, I'll go anywhere really. That was the beauty of that question, I think, and the answers that were clearly showed that there's a lot of very good terrain suppliers, and they're all pretty much very good.
I mean, that was it. I mean, there was like the free route in front end, but no, that was an awesome one. So next we come on to a very important category, which is best customer service. I mean, given that you can always see it in the comments, you certainly know if someone has bad customer service. That's very, very apparent, very, very quickly. So the best customer service, your PCP has voted. Warlord Games.
There we go.
Now, I've always had great customer service from Warlord, so I can't disagree with that. They've always been cracking. I mean, what's really nice about this is that it has been taken across the entire breadth of the people. I'm talking like some like man, we could take over the world, but it is really, really cool to see, because obviously, there is, I know people moan about various companies and things that they do, but at its heart, everyone still likes, they're all still good companies at the end of the day, apart from the ones that aren't, and we know which ones those are. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think Warlords do a fantastic job, don't they, with the customer service? I think I know I've had some good experiences with their customer service. To be honest, most of them, I can't think of many that are bad, but they don't tend to exist long.
No, I just think Warlord, that their customer service reputation is one thing that's one people will always give that to them.
Yeah,
is any issues with any products, they sort it. They normally throw in something sort of additional in with any order. They're just good. I think as well their engagement with their customers as well, I think is really it's just really
not books
good.
Then.
No.
No, you're absolutely right, Steve. I think that's the thing I'm impressed with. When they do cock up, they correct it so quickly. It's brilliant.
Yeah, they do. They do. No, that was a cracking category.
Yeah, as Anthony says, there you go. You moan and groan about Warlords, but their customer service is ace.
It is.
I completely.
I mean, I contacted them once because I think I was missing a Brent gun off the front of my SAS Jeep, and they just sent me a new Jeep. They just sent me the whole kit again. Oh, okay. So now I've got a really cool wreck model that I used once it's gone out.
I think the last time I contacted them was that Lance Connect hand boost thing I had, and literally the tiniest piece was missing, and I think it was 3 days later it arrived. It's just
it's good, isn't it?
I know,
Nice
really
stuff.
really good.
Awesome.
Sorry, I've just seen a comment in there. I'm not going to. Sorry.
The question they're talking about hovels. Yes. James, you're evil, mate.
James, you made me chuckle, dude. You're a bad man.
It's actually not far from the truth, but
not entirely untrue. Although I recommend carrier pigeons for my.
But they are worth it when they arrive. That's all I will say.
So now we're going to come on to a category which is very near and dear to the PCP's heart, I guess, and that is for the 2022 Best Napoleonic range. Dom, would you please do the honors? I mean,
I think we know.
Hey!
I think it's a bit obvious.
Absolutely. I mean, they are still cracking. I mean, there are other. It's got to be said. There are other companies that are doing great work, and there's a lot there. The ranges now that are coming out for Napoleonics are awesome. But Perry just keep
pumping it.
keep going for it. It's mad, and as Dom says, they're at it again every time.
Every time. Yeah, I mean, they are great. And despite the fact that some people allegedly rip their heads off and stick turnips down their necks, they still do a great job.
That does sound
makes you very ill, doesn't it, Don, when you think about that?
Steve, what did you say? Is there anything you wouldn't turnip? I remember we have talked about this, but I can't remember what
those. I forget the name. You and Dom by
Reconquer.
Yes.
Some of those on there.
Oh, those.
Some of them have just risen out of the goop.
Yeah. I couldn't bring myself to do anything to them because they are.
I can't move because I've somehow lost my plastic thing from a train. It's like, no. Sorry, Steve.
No, I couldn't do anything to them. I literally, could not alter them, chop them up, stick things to them. They're too nice. They're too nice. So
there we go.
Yeah.
No, that is apps. They are. I mean, there is some really. There's some stuff going on in the chat. What's going down in the chat? Louis says we were lucky. You had a mismolded sprue of ACW. They wouldn't replace because he bought it third party. That is the problem, though, isn't it?
Yeah, if it's third party, they often. I mean, yeah.
most. Well, in my experience, most people won't do it.
No, I think it'd be very rare. Although I have to say, I did. Oh no, it was from them. No, I did. I was going to say I had something replaced, but no, it was direct from them. So no, I think that's not unusual. I mean, yeah,
that's pretty normal, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, all right then. Well, the next one, which Miller, your ears are going to prick up now, I'm sure, if you're in the chat. And this is for the best ECW miniatures of 2022. Now, there have actually been quite a few that have come out this year. It's definitely a period that's got a lot of love. Dom?
Yay!
I didn't see that one coming.
No, I did. I was going to say that's a bit of a surprise, isn't it?
I thought I mean because I didn't actually vote in this because I didn't want to be accused of like
biased
any bias or anything like that. But I mean they are bloody lovely. Bloody. They are awesome miniatures. I mean, what can you say? I mean, they a bit like you said about the Border Reaver stuff. They've got a great character. They're nice, chunky metal sculpts. The detail in them is stunning, and I know some people struggle with the idea of what to do with them, but
yeah,
that's if you're playing mass battle games. I've just basically said I'm just going to have loads of dragoons. That's it. I'm just going to have.
That's always below.
I could have bloody done with them in that game I had against Miller and Robin. I could have really used some dragoons, but no. But also Richard, who runs by he is a. I know everyone's a war gamer, but obviously this is a recent thing from him, and he saw the gap, and this is what he wanted to do. So it's very much a passion project, and I think that comes out in the quality of those models. And of course, he very kindly sent us a load to give away in CrackCon 2. Yeah, 2. And he's just finished his fifth wave.
Yeah, no, fourth. It's the fourth wave, isn't it? And I think they're about to do the fifth, or is it? Oh, I don't know. He's done a lot. They're lovely.
I just say I actually like them as well.
The metal again. What's going on?
I know, but I think you talk about character in a range. Every single figure he has produced has character to it. There's
absolutely
they don't look like they've just been produced for a war game. They look like they're real.
They're individual, aren't they?
Yeah, actual characterful figures.
Very much so.
As soon as I saw them, I was like, these are really good.
They are. And they're well made, and I don't think there's been a casting problem on any of the ones that I've had. I think actually no. There was one sword, and I remember because I did. He was like, oh no, it was like slightly bent, not just a normal thing that you would have, and he offered to replace it for me. Just because it was bent, and I was like, that's fine. I'm used to that, but awesome. And I still don't understand how you can get that quality out of single metal piece castings.
Yeah.
And other people can't. shall we say? Because there's that model. Dom, you know the one who's like holding two guns like this. He's got two pistols. Now that must be a really hard model to actually go with.
But he's also the one with the helmet with the single piece that hangs down, and it's amazing how they stick together.
The lobster helms.
Yeah,
there's actually gaps behind the bar on the front. Like you can actually get through that. Absolutely stunning stuff. I mean, I use them for objective markers. I've got a unit of dragoons. I like mixing them in just to have like just a random guy like poke like a sergeant or someone poking people along. I mean, they are just cracking stuff. But if there's a range, if someone's looking at ECW or you're doing like a skirmish game, I mean, Pike was meant more.
Well, I was just about to say that before me and my mate decided to do pikemen's lament in 15 mil. I'll admit I was looking at the bloody miniatures because I think they would look fantastic based up like I've based my Lion Rampant stuff. Do you know what? I'm still tempted to do that just so I can paint some of them.
I mean, to be fair, they are just really cool. I mean, you could easily adapt something like Lion's Rampant or even I've seen some people who have adapted Silver Bayonet and they've put it back to the English Civil War and they've got the Witchfinder General going around and doing that, and I love it.
I like the idea of that. Yeah, do you know what, Andy? I think I might next year. I might have to. I feel like I've missed out by not painting them because they look that nice. I think
you should just get a set. You should just get a set. They're like £8, and also it's like £8 or £7.50 or £8 for some, and they are really. No, I'm gonna very nice red tissue paper.
From just a painting perspective, to say that I've actually painted some of them. Yeah, that's my New Year's. I've got a New Year's resolution. I'm gonna buy some bloody.
Oh, he's already done it.
I'm still sure that Martin's on commission there. I'm sure.
I wish I was. I wish I was. Right. So next up, and then we're going to have a little intermission to go and recharge our glasses, and I hope everybody else is going to have to go and recharge theirs as well. So next up, now this is for the best ACW, so American Civil War miniatures. Now again, this was. I think after the Napoleonic one, this was the most popular voted category. Funnily enough, fantasy wasn't. But I still like fantasy. Anyway, Dom, will you be the maestro, please? So for the best American Civil War range of 2022. It's the Perrys.
Hey!
Of course.
Of course. It was Perry miniatures. I mean, now...
They're quite old kits, though, aren't they?
But whatever they didn't they repackage them because they used to just come originally, wasn't it just one kit you could build as either, and now they've done now you see I put this on the screen because this is the box that I try to. This is why I don't go to the Perry stand at Salute. Or if I do, or if I'm nearby, I ask someone else to go because every time I'm there, I see this. And what I mean, I don't know if it is anymore. Again, I don't go on there on this page on the website for fear of just slipping and it falling into my basket. But this set was like £90.
Yeah,
and it had rules. I mean, this battle in a box. Now, the last time we spoke to the Perrys, they did say they might do a battle in a box for a certain medieval period. So I mean, it's cracking. I mean, it's the Perrys, isn't it? So
has to be.
What can we say? Let's see what's going on in. Yay,
Perrys again.
Shrink says my New Year's resolution is to buy bloody miniatures. There you go. Other one.
That should be. Yeah. There you go.
Do you know what? If you only have one a New Year's resolution, that's probably a good one to keep.
Why don't we have bloody January? All right, OPC people, you're listening. Whatever month you've got up to, can we have a bloody month? Just get some bloody miniatures. We want a bloody month because there's so many different bloody miniatures out there. I say out there, like they're in the wild, like Pokemon, to capture. But gotta catch them all.
Yes,
ECW.
But I love it because he's got the women defending because there's all these records of women who defended like stately homes, like when they had sieges on stately homes and that. They're just all awesome. I mean, my favorite, Dom. I mean, if you got a personal favorite set that he's done?
I think those dismounted cuirassiers. I think they are superb. I love them.
I mean, we've gone back to talking about bloody miniatures, and we're talking about ACW. But yeah, I reckon mine are the looters.
I was going to say mine are the
I
looters.
love the looters.
They're very nice. They are
Yeah.
very nice.
I love.
Oh,
the
there we
looters.
go. That's a very good idea.
Bloody Valentine's Day. There we go. What day is Valentine's Day next
I
year?
know
Is
we
it a
have
Monday?
nothing to do with
Is it a
OPC, but OPC, make that happen because that is brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is a Tuesday. So can we have my bloody Valentine? Oh God, what have I done to my screen? Oh dear. But no, absolutely no cracking stuff. Right, Dom or someone, can they hold the fort for a second? Because I need to go and get a glass. And then we'll come back to the Crackpots. In fact, it's nearly 9 o'clock. Should we start the news?
Let's do the news, and let's do
Give me a
that.
chance
That
to get
makes
another
sense.
drink.
And you get a
Done.
drink while we're doing it because it takes a little while, doesn't it?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I just want to point this out. My screen has totally frozen. Right.
how weird.
So can you guys see me?
Yeah.
Or am I frozen?
Yeah. You're
Right,
perfectly okay.
You guys are all frozen. Steve's concentrating on his desk. So are you, Dom, and Ken is reclining like some kind of Roman emperor.
I mean, that's probably what he really is doing, to be fair.
I'm going to also have to shut this down and then rejoin. So I will see you again in a second.
See you
All
on
right,
the
then.
other side. All right, we'll do some
Bye-bye.
news while he's gone. Thought he'd never go, frankly. God damn.
I'm still here.
Oh, damn. Shit. Ken's gone off as well. So a bit of news. So it's a shame Martin's disappearing because I know he loves these Reconquer design. This is the January launch of the Reconquers. These are Andalusian spearmen.
See, Dom, can you understand why I don't want to turnip them?
I don't know why you turn up anything, mate. But if you did this, frankly, you deserve to be burnt at the stake.
I imagine the community had put a contract out on me or something.
And I think it'd be entirely justified, frankly. I mean, they are awesome.
They're lovely. They're really, really nice.
So I just love the way he's built those as almost a ready-made shield wall. Oh, he's back again. Right, behave.
I'm here.
Nice,
I'm here. I knew what you were about to put up, so I just had to. I mean, I'm so tempted just to get these and just do multiple bases and just squeeze as many of them onto a single base as I possibly can.
They just are made for that, aren't they? Absolutely made for that. He's also in the January release doing these sappers.
This is nuts. This is brilliant. I commented on there saying I didn't know that I needed 12th century sappers until now. And have you got the photo of the terrain piece that goes with them?
I mean, just look at it. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. I didn't pick up the picture, but he's even modelled them so they just cut off at the waist so you can stick them in the trenches like that. Just brilliant. I mean, it's just awesome stuff. Lovely figures. And I wasn't sure, were these his? Or were
these are from Studio Historia. These are the people who've just run the Sundered Union Kickstarter. But he said that these were the inspiration behind them. So it's another good company to go and go and check out. Definitely.
Yeah, awesome stuff. So that was that lot. I think the Reconquers are amazing. Also, Victrix showed off their new upcoming late Roman light cavalry sprues to go along with the the light infantry that you showed off, Martin.
Yeah.
And again, multiple options to do different versions of light cavalry. I think they're really, really sweet.
I mean, they are. I mean, they're bloody lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
I didn't go and get a glass. Well, Hayley's not here. She's at band practice. So I've got to go and get mine.
Got to get your own stuff. Kickstarter that people might be interested, ready to get your drinking glasses out, folks, because it's 3D printing. So this is actually rather nice one. It's, as it says, it's pay what you want. So basically, you get STLs for various buildings from Eastern Europe and Russia. And I believe they're pretty good. He's done multiple of these Kickstarters, so you might want to check that one out. Also, Paul was on week before last, wasn't he? And there's a few more of his wonderful army figures that are coming out via Empress next year as a Kickstarter. In February, I think they're saying they're going to launch these. This is great.
Just fantastic. Again, with these, what I like I mentioned before about bloody miniatures, each one being a character.
Yeah.
They've got they're not uniformly equipped. There's different pouches, different packs, different ammo pouches. They just look different, and I think it brings them to life so much.
Even that guy with the rifle on the front. I mean,
yes,
you don't see that very often. And this guy here on his laying down with his arm in a sling, firing his pistol. I mean, he's just brilliant.
They would definitely suit a very 0200 hours. A very stupid. Oh, shut up! What am I talking about?
Talking about 0200. So he's announced an expansion for next year of 0200, which is going to be Partisans. So metal characters. Sorry, Steve.
Yeah.
Metal.
So that's what he's got in the current expansion packs is plastic sprues just to bulk out your kit. And then they've got some alternative heads of metal like Gasmark's heads. And then these ones are going to have some metal characters. But what he is also going to do, unless I've read this wrong, is there's going to be some character packs coming out that have 2 or 3 miniatures in, just so you don't have to get like those like the big boxes and get all those sprues. Because if you bought the base game, you do have a lot of sprues. And I do see people's point that they just don't keep on needing more and more and more of them. So no, I'm looking forward to that. There's also new strategy cards and stat cards and attachments and all sorts of things and new missions as well. And he is working on that solo mode as well, which I believe is going to be put out next year as well.
Excellent. Good stuff.
Lovely stuff.
Benjamin says Victrix is trying to ruin his 2023.
I don't know what you're talking about, Benjamin. I've got a photo to put up and things like that, so I don't think it's going to ruin anything.
Yeah. And Ken, I agree with. I haven't even got a British Power Army. I have no intention of building one, but it is going to happen next year.
I have a Para Army as well, and I just don't really want it anymore. To be honest with you, I kind of want to repurchase as well.
It's going to be that new one, isn't it? It's got to be. Oh well.
Absolutely.
I think that's all I had, but there's a few more bits and bobs. This one?
Yeah. So I saw these. I mainly put these on here for
What the
Steve.
heck is that?
Now, if anyone who used to be into Necromunda back in the day, there were these things called Ripper Jacks. So they were essentially they're flying face huggers.
You could have given us a warning before that.
Weird shit alert.
I think it's weird shit. It's like
wrong one.
night out in Derby. But I obviously saw those and I just thought of Steve. But I actually, do you know what? As far as weird shit goes, I actually quite like. I don't know why. There's something that I would use those in a role-playing game. I'd paint those up and just use them as some kind of like, I don't know, weird shit that attacks people. I don't know.
I really don't know what I'd use them for, but I really want to paint them.
Addy, you need counselling that. Well,
you need counselling. That one on the left looks like an ex-girlfriend.
I think we should stop this now because I don't want to ask the next question. This way lies only madness. The next one. But I did see this. Now, I always get it right. Magister Militarum. They've got their new castle.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And it's multi, and it's it comes in lots of different sections, and you can order lots of different configurations. And I think it does look cool. It ain't cheap.
No.
It ain't cheap. It's not. I think it's all resin. It's not pre-painted either. I did see that today. People were asking. They said they can, but they wouldn't be offering. They do on some of their stuff offer that service, but I don't think they're going to on this. But if you go over onto their Facebook page, you can see them setting it out in the living room, and it does look cool.
It goes without saying that is just one little bit of it. There is tons of it, and it's like
what's happened to Ken?
Oh, Ken's gone.
It's a little Blair Witch.
It's that pink thing. It's that pink thing.
Little Blair Witch.
It's so professional tonight, folks.
We can see him. We can see you.
Yeah, we see you, but you're really blurred.
This is the last thing. This is the last image we see. I laugh if he's just broke. If he has to. Can you hear us?
No. Yeah. Oh, you can hear us.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I can hear
you. Now the final thing. I know there's Star Wars fans, and we always chuck up some Legion stuff.
True,
Here we go. There's Now I don't know if Steve's is going to interest you, but obviously they're now dipping into the Mandalorian a bit, because you can now get Moff Gideon and all of his the Dark Troopers from the series. You can also arm him with the Dark Saber if you want to. I mean, I wouldn't really call Star Wars weird shit because it's Star Wars.
No, that's not weird. That's not weird.
No. I'm quite interested. So Atomic Mass Games are obviously they've got their new game coming out, which is the 56mm skirmish game of Star Wars, but it's rather than using these models. But they are still supporting this. But so I guess they've got that license and they're running with it because they're producing stuff from the different TV series. So those people who are into that, these could be on your table very, very soon, I believe. But yeah. That was all I had because you beat me to it with the Recon stuff. So
snooze you lose.
Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Can improve his camera?
Yeah, he's going for the natural look, Ken.
You're actually too late, Martin. No, just a general wholesome chat that we come to expect in the
lovely stuff
podcast chat. Where's Ken?
Historical is Star Wars is historical, older than Ken and Steve. That's probably true.
Does that mean I'm older than them? This is put Ken and Steve. So where do I fit?
I was 1 when Star Wars came out, so not exactly really old.
Yeah. And Robin says, only 2 days left for the Piano Miniatures Kickstarter. Have you done it yet, Martin?
No, I won't go on the website. I told he was trying to get me to go on it earlier. That's why he was sending me pictures of livestock like that would tempt me to back it. No, I'm not going on. The best way for me not to buy stuff is just to not go on the website. I lead a very sheltered internet life because it's pre-Christmas. I actually want to end December with some cash. And hope that there's going to be some sales and things in January. Not that I really need anything. I've got my 2023 plans, but obviously we went through those last week. But we will come on to your 2023 plans because you got away with it last week. You didn't. I did. So we will come on to those. Should we? While Ken, we don't know what's happening with him. So while he reboots his life and his camera, we will move on.
Let's resume the crackpots.
Yes.
Let's move to Crackpot Awards, and we're on to the 9th award.
Wow.
Now this one was again very, very hotly contested. This is for the Best Ancients category of 2022. The reason I keep looking is to see if my family are coming home. I don't know why. Just worried. I'm hoping that they'll bring some food. So for the Best Ancients category of 2022, and the winner is Victrix.
Hey,
cool. I mean, now Victrix for me is personally, because I don't know if I can speak for anyone. They're a company, and their kits just keep getting better and better.
I agree.
I mean, those last ones that I worked on, which I suppose are technically Dark Age, but anyway, they're just better. If you go from, and I'm not saying that their initial kits were poor. I'm not saying that at all. But if you compare, say, like the Old Guard kit. And I know they're different periods and they're quite hard, but the quality of the sculpt, it's just phenomenal now. I mean, I love the Normans and the cavalry, absolutely wicked. So,
sorry, that was me.
What are we announcing now?
Ken's arrival.
Ken's arrival. Isn't that going to be the dun, dun, dun,
yeah, that is actually.
Killer Kriegsman. Keep watching. It may be arriving later.
Yeah, we do the pictures near the end, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So what we will we do. But so yeah, Best Ancients.
I agree with Rick. I agree. Victrix are getting better and better and better. I think right across the piece, right? I think you look at the Bavarians that they did; they're amazing. Yeah. Really, really good. Yeah, possibly true. Yeah, it could be true.
Yeah, but what about the ones that Warlord did that were like micro horses?
Oh, geez, yeah. They
very, 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 very touchy subject.
Yes.
Ken, what's that?
I've only ever. What the hell is that?
It's a coffee maker.
All right. Yeah, I've only ever turnipped Victrix. Any Victrix miniatures I've got, they've all been turnipped. All of them.
Is that a sign of a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, no, they can be used for turnip. No, they're okay in my book, as long as they're content. As long as they can
clarify it. That was all.
No, as long as they're content to have Beastman head, all kinds of weird shit attached to them, everything's fine by me.
Brilliant.
Oh, very, very good. Horses for courses, though, isn't it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I know. I kind of feel like we should yellow card that, but I can't bring myself to do it. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. We won't yellow card that one.
Moving swiftly on, I've just realised we left a category out. I've just realised we missed a category. Yeah, we have missed a category, but I'll see if anyone can realise.
Nobody would have noticed until.
I can't believe I didn't notice. I don't know how I haven't noticed.
Can you do a fantasy?
Right. So the next category from Ancients is the best Dark Age range from 2022. This one again, this was so tight. Dom, will you please? That was quick. What are you trying to cheer up? Victrix again. On this one. Now, this is the one where basically we forgot to put them down as a category, but enough people voted in the other section to get Victrix up there. So no, I mean, I have this kit. This was the first one I pulled out. I mean, their Dark Age stuff is brilliant, and they're just basically a bit prolific at the minute, aren't they? I mean, there's a new release pretty much every month, isn't there?
Seems to be.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary how quickly they're chucking the stuff out. But again, the quality is still really, really good. In fact, getting better. So I just,
Absolutely. Oh, those sort of the Dark Ages, those late Romans, those unarmored late Romans that I've done you can do as Arthurians or Goths. They are, they're just brilliant. They're just fantastic. I mean, as I said in the video, I love those Normans, but that kit, I just think they're brilliant. And even that slinger, the staff slinger, which is like the most and I don't mean this in a bad way. It's a really mundane miniature. There's not like loads of detail, but it just looks really cool. It's just something about it. It's awesome.
But that's what you need, isn't it? I mean, it's lovely to have, and I love all the stuff that Richard's been doing, Bloody Miniatures, and all these really high quality specialist figures and lovely officers you can get all over the place. But you really want good quality run of the mill grunt troops.
Yeah,
and Victrix do a really good job of that right across the piece. Whether it's Napoleonics,
good value for money, aren't they?
Yeah, really good value for money.
Someone's just said here, 60 for 20 quid. I mean, I think the Normans are like nearly 30, but you get 60 in that pack. I mean, they're really so smaller ones now for people who don't want that many miniatures. And Louis says, thinks it's because they digitally design their figures, but that is cool. I mean, digital sculpting is awesome, and there's some. I mean, look at the Reconquer stuff. That's all digital. That doesn't replace hand sculpted things at all. But if I can understand if you're running a business and you want regular releases, because obviously making changes, I'd assume, to a digital sculpt is easier than to a physical sculpt. So are the Victrix still giant compared to other ranges? My Victrix Napoleonics fit with my Perrys. Like, we're talking like a millimeter's difference.
With Warlord as well.
The Romans. Yes, the Romans compared to Warlord's Romans, but then Warlord's Romans are basically
but they're very, very old. Those Warlord's
like 25
Romans, aren't they? And they're tiny.
But the Caesarian Romans are scaled up. They're more like 20, like heroic 28 mil. But the Victrix ones are still pretty big. But I have noticed that I tend to Gripping Beasts seem to, with their releases, I swear they're creeping up as well. I swear Gripping Beast is creeping up slowly as well. Benjamin says people who don't want that many models. Who are these people? Steve.
Yes, me.
And I agree with Steph. He said the ones in denial. Absolutely. So now we move on to the next category, which is the best sci-fi miniatures range. Now I know there's still a lot of people that like sci-fi in the PCP, and I do enjoy some sci-fi. I just haven't painted anything sci-fi for a bloody long time. So Dom, will you please drum roll? Look at Ken's anticipation. There's GW. And it was GW. And we have said, again, regardless of what you think of the company, And if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. But they do make some bloody nice figures.
Yeah,
They do.
They do.
I mean,
I remember, don't blame us. You lot voted for this lot.
You lot voted for this, and it's and I know there are a couple of people who abstained, but it was still one of the most. I mean, Napoleonic was like the most voted. Actually, no, it's not true. Best rule set.
Heresy, baby.
Heresy, baby. But that's true. But it is nice to see. I've seen in the PCP, there's some of the old guard who are now coming and playing.
Yeah, Don.
We're going on to that later. No, I think it's fantastic. I think it's brilliant. As he said, you know, he's got enough people playing historicals, and he went and gave their games a go.
Do you know what?
He came second.
When I spoke to Don at CrackCon 2, and he was airing his views upon Turnip 28 and what he called weird shit. If someone had said to me, "Oh, by the way, by the end of the year, Don will be painting up Necrons," I'd have been like, "Have you been sniffing glue?" Because there's no way I just
it's like saying Leslie's painting a space marine.
Yes,
that'll be interesting. Louis, baby, I hate
54 mil.
No,
nearly went a year.
He's not on about your brown envelopes. He's saying we're getting paid. He's saying we're getting
bribed.
Have you not heard that term before? Brown envelope.
No,
but you are a failure who didn't do that challenge either. It's like just. I mean, not to be. Yeah, you know, you didn't do the brown envelopes. Where's your epic army?
Yeah,
that's not an army.
It is.
There's less men in that than your actual Napoleonic army, and they're tiny.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about Warhammer epic. It's right there. It's 2.
No, we're talking about the other epic, the one that you released.
There's only one true epic. It's sitting there
the one that you cadged a whole load of free figures off Warlords for, and then
that one.
I really wish I could put up those. And I think like Nick's comment here, like those were the days, my friend. Yeah,
they were. In fact, it's really weird. I was every now and again I like to thumb through my copy of Rogue Trader, and that book never gets any less weird. It's just one of the strangest rule sets, but one of the best rule sets ever made, because I've got so many happy memories of playing it back in the day.
Me too. But I feel a little bit about that. I kind of don't want to. I don't want to play it again because I have really happy memories, and I think it's going to be a little bit like when I rewatched Nightmare, the program Nightmare, and that was shit. That was shocking. Like I have such good memories of that program, and I rewatched it. I was like, this is awful. Basically, you're just sitting there going, go left, get right. No, not that left. Your left. No, sorry, I mean our left. No, oh, he's dead.
No, right, I remember putting it on YouTube one Friday night, and my girlfriend was like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "This was my Friday entertainment when I was a kid. I used to look forward to this all week." But yeah, it's not aged well at all. No. It really hasn't.
So shock and horror. Leslie painted a space marine.
What?
Yeah. Ken, I have a Space Hulk painted figures from both box sets. That means that he's painted a space marine.
Yeah. Dom, do you feel left behind? Oh, you've painted space marines, haven't you?
I have actually. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I've also done the Imperial Guards. I've done them.
Yes.
I've also done. I can't remember what the other ones are. But yes.
Did I make it up or dream it, or did you ever paint Tau?
I did.
Yeah.
That was the one I was trying to remember. I did sell them all afterwards, but yes, I did. I had Tau and I had Imperial Guards or whatever they are.
Astra Militarum, they're called these days.
Is it really? Oh, well, they were
straight.
Yes, good.
My day.
You can copy. You can copyright that term. Call me Snake. Henry Cavill. Absolutely. I mean, I have been following all that Henry Cavill news.
Is that a genuine thing that he's going to do that?
It's genuine.
I'm so impressed. I know I'm not big into that stuff at all, but that is awesome.
He's I mean, it is on Amazon, and Amazon did make Rings of Power, which I'm not going to go into now because I'm sure there's a lot of people who like it, so I'm not even going to talk about it. But they also made Reacher, and I really liked Reacher.
Reacher was great.
And there's a couple. I think it's just one of those things because Amazon have got so much money. It's just whoever's running it. It's just as good as a script and as good as the people who are running it, which is what it should be, I suppose. Yeah. But he is also on as executive producer. And the problem is with 40K, apart from what Dom is going to say, which is everything, is that obviously it's the tone of it. It is so dark.
It's going to say
dark.
It's going to be it should be released as an 18, not a child's.
I mean, it is bleak.
No, it is. When you think
that was
about what the Imperium do in 40k, they're not the good guys, really, are they?
How many psychers a day do they sacrifice? Is it
thousands of them?
Thousands of them.
Yeah, just to keep the emperor ticking. You can imagine though what Henry Cavill's going to play, can't you? You know he's going to play old Gilliman, or he's going to play.
I think because I think the best. My opinion is the best if they were going to adapt a series of novels or books, is they should do Eisenhorn. They should do the Inquisition. Space Marines should be really, really rare. The Space Marines should be rare as anything. They shouldn't, because also they barely turn up in that. They should do the Heresy. You get to see what everyday life is like in the Imperium, which is what people can relate to. And then when that's successful, then you can roll into all the other things. Because if you just suddenly throw Heresy at people, they're going to go, what? You need to start on something that people actually can connect to.
Yeah.
Eisenhorn is still, in my opinion, the best set of novels that are in there.
Nah, what about Hell's Reach?
What, the one on YouTube?
Yeah, the battle. Yeah, like the battle of Hell's Reach.
I think they should stay away from Marines. I think they should stay away.
Yeah, they should do. No,
but everyone wants Marines.
Yes, which is why. But they need to be rare. They're rare as piss in 40k. They don't turn up very often.
If you live in the 40k universe,
I know you probably won't ever see one.
Ever. As well, has anyone read the book Chaos Child?
No,
it's part of the Inquisitor. It's part of
I've not read it, but I've listened.
It's part of the Inquisitor Jack Draco thing, and the planet was thousands of years before had a Space Marine incursion on there, and they have like little relics, and that's how it should be treated. Like these things, they're mythical. They're seen once every sort of 1,000 years, but if you just had them, every scene, every episode, it would just dilute it so much.
It also costs a lot of money.
It would cost a lot of money.
The other thing is, I forgot what I was going to say. So yeah, there we go.
It could be a custard warrior. It could be a custodian. They're even rare. Yeah, custard warrior, custodian.
Well, Ambrosia, like what?
Yeah. They're even rarer. He does like them as well.
He does. I think I am looking forward to it, and I hope that I'd like to see it, because I do like the expanded universe around 40k in the lore. I really do. It's something I've always enjoyed. Let's see what's going on in here. I'm going to imagine the views have stayed the same, so people haven't gone away. So
is anybody else wondering what the hell that last 10 minutes was all about? I have no idea either.
You were just sat there.
Leslie says he has a 110 millimeter. Ken, he has 110 mil Necromunda to the Black Library and to the NEC. Killer Kriegsmarine says, I'm already making a Cadian infantry double platoon from the new kits. Just need to wait for the new heavy weapons teams to drop separately next year.
They do look very, very nice.
Marky Sparky, absolutely. He's never played any Warhammer. Doesn't appeal to you. And that's absolutely cool. I did see a comment in here saying Infinity is cool. I can't find it again. I agree. I love Infinity. I love playing the game. I just haven't played the new edition. Because I'm scared that I'll play it and then I'll just lose myself in it again. And then Baker City agrees, says if Cavill does the Eisenhorn trilogy, it'll be amazing. I have to agree. Amazon made The Expanse, which was awesome.
The Expanse. The Expanse is good, very, very good.
So who is going to play The Witcher? It's Liam Hemsworth is now The Witcher in season 4. Robin agrees. He says no Space Marines. It'll be Eisenhorn. That's cool. I remember the one I like. Caiaphas Cain. Basically, he's an Imperial officer. He's essentially Blackadder. He just doesn't want to do anything. All he wants to do is stay alive, and it's basically like he keeps on accidentally winning, and they keep on promoting him and putting him into dangerous situations. And he is. He basically has a batsman. He has a Baldric with him, whose life he makes hell. So anyway, yes. Corny State says that's Hemsworth 1.3. Absolutely. Anyway, on with the awards. We've gone down. The caliber's gone down. Space Marines are rare, but most stories worth knowing about rare things. None of us are buying books about making tea and watching. What are you talking about? That is absolutely what I buy books
I
about.
buy it all the time.
I absolutely buy books about making a cup of tea.
What are you talking about?
One of my favorite stories, still my favorite story from 2022, is Ken Riley being confronted with Thai Fu tea in the Derby Travel Lodge and nearly having what can only be described as a cataclysmic aneurysm.
I tell you what, when they come to turn that into a big screen bestseller, Robert De Niro will be playing Ken.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So I said, he sounds
no,
like
it won't. It'll
yes,
be Sean Bean, bastard.
Bastard.
I'm quite surprised you didn't rip their heads off, to be honest with you, when we were there.
Nick Games says you guys are on fire tonight, giving us such great Christmas shit. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers,
I'm
Nick.
on the monkey shoulder, which is my favourite tipple.
Oh, that's a nice drop.
Someone's got to be at work at 5 a.m.
I've got to be at work, but then I'm
You're the boss.
You know, I'm one of the bosses. So, you know, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Give yourself a disciplinary, son.
Don't, because if my business. But Dan, if you're watching this, I'm sorry.
Please, Dan. Dan, give him a
he-
disciplinary.
He won't be watching this. He'll never watch it. What's he gonna give me a disciplinary? What is this? Right. On that note, let's move on. So
let's
we're
get
gonna
on to
move
the next category.
to slightly less weird shit, which is best fantasy. Now, is fantasy less weird than sci-fi? I don't know. Now, we realised that we left out a category, a certain game in this, which I'm fairly sure would have done actually quite well. But Dom, the best fantasy range is.
I will have to say that it's entirely my fault because I put the category together, but then these lot didn't notice.
Yeah, but we vetted it. I'm going to guess that Ken didn't look. No, he didn't.
Hey!
Best fantasy.
I mean, again,
Which one did you
exactly. Burrows and Badgers.
Barrows and Badgers.
Oh yeah, shit, that should have been winning.
I think that's because in Dom's head, they're like.
I don't see them as-
You were thinking of
They
mass
are
battle
historical.
fantasy, weren't you? You were
I
thinking
was-
of mass
yes.
battle sort of
I
fantasy.
just,
I mean,
fantasy
again,
for me was orcs and ogres and stuff. It wasn't.
They
something
did.
sensible like.
They did
Squirrels.
really well. We're going to keep this moving. Fantasy, just for the same reasons, they do really well. Now we come on to the last three. The last two. And then we come on to the special category. So we come on to the favorite rule set. Now, this isn't necessarily one that has been released in 2022. The idea was your favorite rule set that you have played in 2022.
Yep.
And the winner was convincing. Shall we just say that in the results? So, Dom, what do you think?
Iranu.
Black Powder.
Hey.
Black Powder. I genuinely, I mean, I wouldn't say I was surprised. I just didn't think the margin was just huge. And again, this is one of those categories that a lot of people voted on. I mean, I know a lot of people don't necessarily like Black Powder, but I think for what it is, the Black Powder systems, the Hail Caesar systems, the Pike and Shot systems, that pick up and play kind of beer and pretzel version of it is what appeals to a lot of people. Certainly the games we've had at CrackCon, where we put on the large games, they work. I mean, your bloody game was over before my game was 0-200 hours. And that was a skirmish game.
It was, yeah. No, I'm not at all surprised because, I mean, just working on the mechanics of what, battle reports get lots of views on the channels. Black Powder always gets lots of attention. People love it. It's a simple, easy to use, intuitive system. And I know it rubs some people up the wrong way, but clearly people love it. So,
but it's really pleasing, and they at the start of it, it just says this is a game. This is a system for moving toy soldiers around the board to have a game, and vaguely do it. And I think that's why the Perrys do it. That's why Rick Priestley does it. And I would give it the what? Yeah, Ogre. Yeah. Ogre was on there.
They were on there.
It did get votes. It got a
lot of votes actually, but it's nowhere near Black Powder, I'm afraid.
Yorkshire says his copy of Black Powder is under attack. Yorkshire, I meant to say, I saw someone name you the other day, like they were all about Furioso, and did someone play it? And I said, Yorkshire Gamer, go check out his channel or come to CrackCon. I'm sure he'll put on the game. Louis Baby V, the Dice Aplenty system. What's wrong with Dice Aplenty? I like dice.
You want to play 40k?
Oh, God.
You want dice aplenty?
Or
Play
Warhammer
Imperial
Ancient
Guard.
Battles.
Play Imperial Guard.
Bicker said, "All I can say is thank goodness Alex is around." But I must actually say, O Group did have a good scene. We're not going to go into
No, it did very well.
This isn't like the survey where we can go and nibble at everything. The winner, Black Powder, well done. So we come on to the final category that was voted for. And this is for the best historical book. Now, we just opened this up for people to write. And it was amazing how many people said the same book.
Yeah.
And how many people know how to reference books properly. I was really pleased about that. For someone who edits reports.
You nerd.
I know. I love it. But they put the year. They put the year in there and who published it. I was like, yes. That's how we do it. So
it's great for having a reading list for the next year. That's for sure.
So our final voted for category for the best historical book. Now, this could have been fiction or non-fiction.
Anything.
Is I did click it. There we go. James Holland, Brothers in Arms. This got nearly half the votes, and bearing in mind that was a blind thing.
It was completely blind, so everyone could just put in whatever they wanted.
I'm going to put my hands up and just say I did not know about this book, and I have added it to my Amazon wish list for Christmas, but I'm going to assume that that's probably too late. So I will be picking this up in the near. Steve, have you heard of this one?
Yes, not got around to reading it yet though.
Am I the only one who's actually listened to it?
Yeah, I think you might be. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, it was free on Audible for if you were the member. And I listened to it. It's bloody brilliant.
See, I don't ever pay any attention to
really
those things
good.
that come and go, "You'll listen to this for free," because it's always like how to lose weight in 10 easy steps or something like that. Although what's going on with this at the minute is
Snuggly.
So what I think we'll do, we'll come into so our final category. Actually, before we do that, let's have a look at the comments. John says, "Oh, he's been thinking about picking up Rook." Nick Guinness says, "Fury." Steve's favorite movie. It is. I genuinely think that Steve, you did a reaction video because reaction videos are all the thing on YouTube. If you want to get views, if you just did a reaction to Fury and just focus the camera on the vein in the side of your head,
Lord Willie Pete.
Like I say, I've got no problem with that. Well, I have with that film up until the last 25 minutes. And then it just
we're going to hold this crossroads against this Nazi battalion.
But I still think that would make a good scenario in like Operation Squad. I still think that
I really don't mind. I think the guns, because the amount of bloody how much machine gun?
Are you telling me you can't be shot 3 times with a sniper rifle and live? Because that's going to throw out my entire everything I know.
I can't be shot with 3 times with a sniper rifle and move, let alone live. I can't be shot once with a sniper rifle and barely move.
I still vaguely enjoyed it for what it was.
I'm with you, Martin. I enjoyed it.
As a non-historical action film, I enjoyed it.
I think this is interesting because where our interests lie. Because obviously, I can watch Fury and be like, yeah, I enjoyed that.
Okay,
and I watched The King and nearly had an aneurysm.
And you can't watch Iron Fury either. You can't watch Iron Fury. You don't like the tank thing, do you? The Russian version of Fury as well. I love that film.
How about this then?
Both of you.
If this stream surpasses 125 likes, I will watch Fury.
But by when? Because I'm just going to create a lot of fake accounts.
If this stream finishes on 125 likes or more by 10 o'clock tomorrow night.
You heard it here, guys. Come on, we can do this. We need to see this.
We've got to see this.
I will watch Fury over the Christmas holidays.
And will you record yourself doing it?
No.
Can we combine it? Can we combine this with likes on the Facebook page?
Definitely.
No.
Oh,
Don, put
that's fine.
It's going. I was going.
Yeah, get a post up. Get it on there.
Well, I will watch it, and I will take a photograph to prove I'm watching it, and I'll take a photograph to show what alcohol I'm pouring in my eyes.
I hate to tell you this, Steve. You've just gone from 60 to 80, 85. 87.
You heard it, guys. Thank you. And also, thank you. Remember to like the video because remember, by the way, you can find links to the Facebook group down below. Come and answer Dom's questions free. He's so drunk, he's just going to say yes. We're also what the hell? I mean,
I meant to say 1,025.
Oh, you didn't. Absolutely. But no, guys. So before we come on to the viewers' photos and then asking Dom what his 2023 projects are going to be, he did do this to himself. You're right. Absolutely. We decided we wanted to create a special category that the four of us would put together, and this is for our Crackpot of the year. And this is someone who we feel has basically contributed and done exceedingly well with the Facebook group and to the streams. It doesn't necessarily mean the person who's done the best painting or who's posted the most, but someone who we think is worthy of recognition and just for joining in. This is unanimous between the four of us. Should we have the drum roll, please? So our Crackpot.
Before we do that, I could say that there was multiple options because there was.
We didn't just decide instantly, did we? We didn't decide instantly.
There was multiple rounds of voting. Well, there was arguing.
There was a lot of arguments.
There was arguments, and we just say that we all think that this person deserves a shout out. And some recognition, and our Crackpot of the year for the
we all got our glasses ready.
Podcast.
Yeah, get ready.
We got our glasses ready. Our Crackpot of the year for 2022 is Tim.
Yay!
Bullshit Dragoon. Cheers, dude.
Well done, Tim. Cheers, mate.
If you're watching this, I don't actually think he's in the chat tonight. But
no, I don't think he is, funny enough.
It's like the one bloody time. It's the one. We should have had a backup for someone who's in the.
I know.
Chat, but no, Tim.
Can we take it away now that he's not in?
No, but well done. We will be posting a list of all of the categories winners in the Facebook group, and we've had a request from a couple of people to post that reading list from the recommended books as well.
Good idea.
Which we can do. But Tim, congratulations.
Oh, he is.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, he's there.
Hey. Nice one, Tim.
He's told us to bugger off.
Yeah, we should take it away now.
We're from Yorkshire. That's a term of
don't redact the award.
No. In Yorkshire, if it's a bit like in Newcastle, if they swear at you, then it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like if they're polite, then it goes down. So absolutely well deserved. Well done, Tim. And guys, but please, we love seeing what everyone posts. It doesn't matter how little or how often. When you put up a post, we all see it. And there is sometimes somebody saying, "Jesus Christ, if you've just seen what this person has posted, how have they managed to do so much in a week?" Dom, step your game up.
I need like that. Yeah.
But can we say once again as well that how pleased we are with the Facebook group, and we barely had any trouble. Like, I think there's only a couple of things in the whole 2 years that it's run. You guys are awesome. It's a pleasure to see what you're doing, and we wouldn't carry on doing what we're doing if it wasn't for you guys. I mean, 2 hours on a Monday talking to these guys is actually excruciating. But
and all signed contracts,
and now I'm now his best man as well because I've done this.
And he's going to have to wear a slim fit suit.
I'm not wearing the slim fit suit. I'm not wearing the slim fit suit. If I turn up to your wedding and there is a slim, I'm genuinely just going to go home. I mean it. I mean it. I've already been married, dude. I don't need more weddings in my life. I'm fine.
If you're going to go for the slim fit suit, can you combine the ensemble with those big, long, pointy goblin shoes that the dudes wear these days? That'd be it.
Yes. Oh, me and Martin have got some of those. Yeah.
Some of the what? What? Sorry, we got some what?
Big, long, pointy goblin shoes.
We got goblin shoes, haven't we?
I asked for a cod piece, but he said no. He said no because he would have put the cost up by 5%, and
not having that. Don't even go there. No, sir.
you can print it.
They tried to add on. They
Here we
tried
go.
to add on an extra £1 per supplement per meal because of the new pricing. I went, fuck off.
I thought you were about to say, I genuinely thought you were going to say they added it went up per pound that you put on for the suit.
No, I've lost weight, you bastards.
Here's an incentive: the more you weigh, the more you pay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I should be in advertising. Dom, you got a job for me, dude. I can do something.
Oh, fantastic! Love it.
You're up to 102 now, Steve.
102. Oh, come on, guys. We can do this. We can do this.
Like
if you've got multiple guns, get your mums, your dads, your sisters, everyone on this.
Just everybody
like the Facebook group post.
Okay, so let me say that if it does reach the amount, and I'm going to watch it, I'm going to watch it on probably this Friday.
New Year's Eve.
No. I watched the same film on New Year's Eve every year without fail. I'm not going to sully the experience by watching Fury alongside it.
You got to live stream it, dude. You're gonna have to. Or you're gonna have to. You can record it on here. So if you're where you are, you can put it on.
Tell you what. No, what I'll do is I'll watch it and then I'll put a review. I'll put my own review on the Facebook group. Oh, speaking of reviews, if anyone has not read Harry Sidebottom's review of that weird book,
the Arthur one,
I was pissing myself laughing reading.
You know what? I added that book because there was no reviews out of it, and I was like, as you know, I love the Ducks is going to happen in the new year. Definitely, is going to be Ducks on the channel. And we've got like Miller and Paul Richardson and Robin and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, this could be quite cool. So I added it to my reading list. I love it that someone's liked it on Facebook and added it to the top, so that counts. And then Harry's review was sublime. Like that guy, he managed to find a way, and he wasn't. I wouldn't even say he was mean. The way he reviewed that, just. I mean, I don't want to be mean. I mean, obviously, it's a lot of effort to write a book, and I'm sure the people who have written that they put a lot of effort into it. But yeah.
We've really got to get Harry back on because he was awesome.
Do. Absolutely.
He was good.
That's a good point, actually. Guests you guys would like to see in 2023.
Oh, yes, please. Yeah.
Yes,
drop
please.
Us, not in here, drop it on the Facebook page. We're always happy to.
And while you're there, and while you're on the Facebook page, don't forget to like the live stream because we can't tell if you've liked the YouTube thing as well as the Facebook. So, the numbers just might shoot up. You never know.
You know what? It's almost like you want me to watch this film, isn't it?
Yes.
That my spidey sense is tingling at the moment.
I would never do that. It's like it's like me doing a reaction to The King. Like I'm just not going to offer it. Like I genuinely won't. It's not like me going, no, I'm not going to offer it. No, I'm just not going to offer it because I will just have a nose.
I reckon. I don't reckon. No, but Steve, well, you just kind of did offer it. So if it gets 150, Martin will watch The King live.
No, he won't. If Martin has to watch The King, Martin won't be Ken's best man.
Let's see how quick he gets to 150.
Because Martin will watch The King on that day.
Yeah.
And he'll be very angry, Martin.
I will be. I'll be angry at Ken's wedding. It's just where I'm going to be angry. So I
actually watched Die Hard 3 weeks ago, so no, I can't watch that.
Yorkshire, it said it's a win for Yorkshire, and that's what counts. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, well deserved, Tim. Well done, mate.
And also to all the love saying that the PCP best place on Facebook, we appreciate it. So guys,
we do.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yes, everyone.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
Happy New Year. Before you all disappeared, have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all. Thank you very much. And then I love the Facebook user that's just going Fury. Happy holidays, dude. And can I just say, I've been watching your comments on the By Fire and Sword the previews they've been doing, and I am excited as well. I didn't think I would be, but I am. And I'm going to be going on about this a lot in the new year because I think their Kickstarter is going to be a lot sooner than we thought. Anyway, should we look at some photos? I mean, that's what we want to see. Rare.
Let's go for it. Rare exports. That sounds a bit dodgy, Benj.
Is it about my snow? Well, okay then. So we will start now. He's not here tonight because he was doing the washing up, but because he painted a model, I thought, do you know what? I'll put it in. So Alex painted a tank, and Martin needs to watch the King. Piss off, Ken. Why would you write that? I can see your name. It's not anonymous. Like, what's wrong with you?
Oh no!
I'll tell you what. The only good bit in the King is the bit right at the start where they execute the Duke of Cambridge. Do you know why? Because the Duke of Cambridge is the Duke of York's dad, and the Duke of York is the person who goes on to fight the Wars of the Roses, and he's the father of Edward IV. There you go. There's a good bit. The rest of it's shit. So Alex painted this awesome.
That's very nice, man.
135. I was
really
yeah,
good.
that is
135.
Really
lovely,
nice.
isn't it?
Lovely.
Really
It'd be
nice.
I know it's Russian, but it'd be lovely as a Finn. That'd be dirty as. Oh, look at that.
That is a Christmas film, John. Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What is best in life? If you say genuinely, if you ask my daughter what is best in life, she will just say crush your enemies. I drilled that into. Yeah, if you ask Tessa what is best in life, she'll say crush your enemies. I instilled that in her from when she was about 18 months old. It's like, this will be said.
So you've actually brainwashed your daughter?
I thought that was the whole reason you had kids.
That's why you have to. Come on, Ken. Get a grip.
That's right. Why are you having children? Apart from you get 14 weeks paternity, which I know is the reason that you want to have kids.
Pretty much, yeah. 14 weeks off, isn't it?
I love it that you think it's going to be holiday.
Do you think that's no?
I love it.
The mother-in-law's going to stay, so I won't have to do much.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, but your mother-in-law will stay.
Yeah, it's all right. She's nice. I like my mother-in-law.
You won't after 14 weeks, mate. Anyway, moving on. I have uploaded this photo purely to annoy Steve.
What?
Andrew,
You completed utter total shitbag.
Get on.
But can I just say, it does look cool. Do you know what?
Looks fucking amazing, dude.
I am getting increasingly interested in Vietnam. I just don't want to put that together. I really don't want to put it together. I think you've done a stellar job. Steve's been really quiet, so I think we should.
What excellent service you got from Rubicon, though. Getting it there and beautiful service.
Can it fly itself?
It's not, and it's even funny. It's
by drone.
Yeah, by drone. Yeah, it's funny because he looks like he's in a flat as well.
It will arrive one day. Probably it'll probably arrive on the 100th anniversary of the helicopter being built.
Yeah. Oh,
if we had a hobby moment of the year, it might have to be.
I think that's just about
the Valkyries. That could be our new intro.
I think we should have that one. I think we
might
might
get
have
copyrighted,
copyright.
but it'd be worth it.
It won't be copyrighted because it counts as a cover. God damn it. Next up, Andy. Now Andy has done awesome things with tanks, and this is wicked.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, lovely.
Get rid of the hobby smelly glue. Yeah, there we go.
Lovely.
The track off's nice. It's nice to see
yeah,
that.
Nice touch, yeah.
Yeah, really nice job.
Absolutely. And I love the art. I just love the armor, and it just look cool. I need to finish my desert stuff and actually play.
Is that 15 mil? Is it?
Yeah, it's Battlefront.
Yeah, it's Battlefront.
Is it? I thought it was 28. Shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
anything that made me think it was 15 was the palm trees. Because obviously, I'd have thought it was 28. No, that's really nice.
I know what Robin will say. Robin will say that the palm trees are there as a handle to move the now he come up earlier in the stream, and Benjamin, he's been doing a little bit of batch painting. Should we have a look?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Fuck me.
I mean,
Dude.
I feel inadequate.
God,
I doff my hat to you.
Wow.
I mean, I love the comment. There was a comment going, "Not playing Saga." There, that was my favourite comment.
Right.
Does he tell you exactly how many are there?
I can't. It was.
I'm not going to get Benjamin. You're in the chat, dude. How many are there?
He didn't he say he's actually having to suspend it a bit because he's got to enter a Flags of War tournament next week or something, so he's got to build the army for that. So
I'll tell you what, I bet Yorkshire Ken's impressed.
380.
Come on,
is a pike block.
But Yorkshire, come on, there's no pikes, but come on, that's a unit. Is that just one unit? I mean, to be fair, it's a Saxon feud. That is just one unit, essentially, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
Just, I don't think I've painted 300. Oh, sod in hell. You lot are
Come
all
on.
That's by the way, if anyone's not subscribed, who's liking this video, if they could subscribe, is what I'd be easy.
Do you know? I have to say, in all seriousness, you lot are all done it tonight, but you don't do it every other bloody week. Why don't you? Come on.
Because they like pain. Can I just put this up? I agree with this wholeheartedly. Stuart Wallace says, any other business? How many of us would like to see Robin start his own YouTube channel?
Yes.
A great painter,
Yes.
an awesome trainer.
I absolutely agree. And what I think we should do is Robin's 24-hour builds. When I message him the night before a battle and go, shit, we haven't got any ladders, or shit, we need tents, or shit, we need this. And then he films it. Because I think that would be incredibly successful. So Robin
needs
Yeah.
a channel.
I
Do
think
it,
if anyone
do
needs
it.
to do it,
Definitely.
do
do
it.
it.
You'll be 20 mil.
Now, we haven't put up a photo from Carla for a while, and Carla put up some awesome stuff. And obviously we only put up one photo from each. There's 2 likes from Facebook. Steve, you're fucked, mate. This is so getting demonetized. I love it how this is just gonna be demonetized like
Oh, it's
straight away.
completely.
Oh,
you've
God,
had it.
yeah.
There's alcohol on the stream, the swearing's
But
all over the place.
I love it that there's streams out there, like like going off about this and that, and obviously all the political situations on our stream gets demonetized.
Yeah.
Did you just say that just to help? Absolutely, Sam. Absolutely. If they ever like to stream, I don't care if they don't like the video, but this is
serious. This is important.
This is serious. I know there's a lot of issues going on in the world at the minute, but this means something. I want to see
It's actually made my week. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, generally, what we're going to watch is the mental collapse of somebody live. It's going to be kind of sick.
He's going to be so pissed.
It's
121.
Oh, can we do it before the end of the stream?
Before the end of the stream. 4 more likes. 4 more likes. I hate it. Right. Anyway, Carla, check this out. I love chibi stuff when people do chibi stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the chibi Tech Marine.
Oh, my. They are fun. Oh, bloody hell.
Very
I
cool.
love it.
That is good.
I love it. I love the eye. The eye is insane.
Yes.
Absolutely awesome. Now, I don't know if this was for a commission or if this was for like personal use. I mean, I'd be bloody pleased to receive that. That's ace. Next up, we talked about him earlier on in the stream. He's taken on the 40k challenge. He's used his powdered metallic paints, which I believe were mined. So Don, I mean that Necron is ace. I mean, Dom, you've got it. That does look cool. Dude.
I'm in awe of him.
Cool.
I mean, if you're going to do a Necron using powdered gold or whatever is the way to go. I love it.
Even though that is weird shit of the First Order, I have to salute Don because, as you say, he did this purely because his club mates played historicals and he thought it was only fair he had to go at fantasy shit, and he's
not had a go. It looks like he's got a whole army.
He's done it. They've done it.
Yay! We've done it. Yay, Steve. Awesome. Lovely, Don. Well done.
It's Andy's wife. We salute you.
Well done.
If she doesn't know about it, Andy, we appreciate it.
She's done a great thing. That's all we'll say.
Steve's now going to leave the stream and the PCP for good. I'm pretty sure this technically counts as bullying.
No, to be fair, I volunteered. It was my own.
Can we have a superstar award, please? Have a War Daddy Christmas.
War Daddy Christmas.
Bravo.
Hang on. There we go. Oh, it's gone wrong one. There we go.
Yay.
Yay.
Absolutely.
haven't used that for a while.
Absolutely. Guys.
Oh,
Oh
awesome.
dear. Anyway, so Dom, and then Don over in the States, we
Yeah,
have
sure.
some.
Oh,
I
these
did
are
remember these
excellent.
work. And he credits you, Steve, doesn't he, with these?
Yes, he was picking my brains about how I paint US Marines. And to be fair, I got my technique from the late but very great Andy Zek. That's where I got my US Marine painting from. But Don has done an absolutely stellar job on those. Fantastic work, Don.
I love a good bit of foliage. Now, where are those plants from? Because they're not the 3D, they're not the laser.
They're not, no.
They're really good.
They are
They're
very
really
nice. Are they aquarium plants? Or are
I
they...
don't know. I've got no idea.
He's in the chat. So Don, tell us where they came from.
Now, the next one, Elliot is new to the group. So Elliot, thank you for joining. And now he's put one up, and it's from Marvel Crisis Protocol. And I thought this was just awesome. And now I believe that's Ultron.
Yeah, you said about this, didn't you? Yeah.
That metallic paint.
Very nice.
That is wicked. And this is Steve, how's that helping you resist?
I've literally, I did on when they had that Black Friday deal on Amazon. I was like, I just,
Yeah,
good stuff. Yeah,
plants.
brilliant.
Nice. Absolutely.
But
that is an
fantastic.
awesome miniature.
Yes.
Very,
Wow.
very cool.
Lovely.
I have no strings to hold me down. Anyway, Gary has done a lovely mortar.
These are ace. I really like these.
Look at them. I really
brilliant.
like those. How's that for 50 Shades of Field Grey? That is
That's good, man.
lovely
They were
work.
aquarium. There you go.
Yeah, brilliant.
Absolutely. Lovely stuff.
They are.
Joshua?
That's awesome. That's 15 mil, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're
Is it 15?
mil. They're 15 mil.
But he's done the glare on the
Yeah.
binoculars.
Yeah, I know. They're 15 mil. I'm sure they are.
Wow.
Brilliant. No, really good stuff.
Joshua, speaking, we're going to the small scale. He's still working on his ACW, and I love these. I love the loose order. I love the flag, the tattered flag, just blowing
Yes.
away.
That is nice.
Brilliant. Very nice.
Very, very.
That's a
cool
nice
stuff.
touch,
Nice
that
one,
flag.
actually. Very nice one. Now these, I love these. So Ken, for Lion Rampant. I just love
yeah.
Now,
That red's
the funny thing
lovely.
isn't it funny how we love crisp? I mean, that paint job is stunning, a lovely crisp red paint job. And then when we look at things like the ACW, no, we love a nice dirty.
I know. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird
Because
isn't it?
is it that thing in our heads? Is it, oh, by the way, do you want to know what we forgot in the category?
Oh yeah.
Best medieval.
Oh my god!
We didn't do medievals.
Let's do it
We
now.
didn't do medieval. Who's the best medieval? Well,
I can't remember.
Harry,
Harry's
innit? Like,
of course.
all right, guys, in the chat, you've got 3 minutes because we're going to run over. We're going to run over. It's
Yeah,
Christmas.
whatever.
Who cares?
It's Christmas.
Who cares? Who cares? Lee, I loved it. It's the Goth Rocket. Now, he did a
yes.
but I
No,
love the
he
Goth
did one
Rocket
last
just
week,
for the
didn't he?
lemon.
He did the Goth last week. Someone did a Goth, goth.
Yeah, there was a Goth, a classic Goth Orc last week.
Yeah.
Paul McKay.
Yeah.
And I love this just because I love the Lemmy, and I love it. The Games Workshop have released a Christmas single. I think that's ace. I think that's brilliant. This is with him. I love Games Workshop. I love this kind of stuff. I love the satirical shit.
Yeah.
I love it. This is what I like about orcs. An orc with a microphone standing on a squig with an electric guitar. I mean, if that was someone dressed up in a band, I'd go watch them. It's basically just Gua. For those of you who know who Gua are.
Dom, how
much?
much of that made sense?
Absolutely none of it, mate. But I do like the figure. It's brilliant.
After the stream, Google Gua live show, and then wonder why the people in the front of the audience have umbrellas. I'm
still getting over. I went to see that ABBA thing in London the other day, and Elaine kept going on about the mosh pit. I said, no, that isn't a mosh pit. No. They're just standing around going.
It might have been a mosh shit.
They're just standing like that. That's not a mosh pit. Sorry.
No.
Well, if you're going to listen to Gwar, they do an awesome cover version of "Get Into My Car" by Billy Ocean.
Oh, really? Okay.
I heard. Who is it? I heard did a coverage. Now I'm not a fan, particularly Steel Panther, right? But they covered. Oh God, who is it? The Backstreet Boys. And the favorite comment underneath it was proof that you can polish a turd. Anyway, next up we have Neil with now I believe these are Lancer Scouts. Now it's been a while since we've seen some naps on here, and I really like them. And I am getting that itch again, guys, to go and get some Napoleonics. Got to say, I don't actually have any to paint. I'm napless.
You're napless. I've just got
I'm
some
napless
to do, so I'm going to work on them.
Yeah, but I don't know. What do you reckon I should do? Should I fill out my Marmaluke unit and get the rest of the Marmalukes? But I've already done like enough of them. Or should I go for something like completely different and get like the Marines of the Guard? Which I
think Marines. I've halfway through a unit of them. You should do that. You'll do a really good job of them. Go for them.
I mean, New Year. Cracking work. Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Paul has done.
Oh my word!
I love these are classicals. I love the skin. The York skin. I know that's. I love it. Brilliant work. And that blue actually on the little sign on the back. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, brilliant.
Paul has worked on a 3D printed cottage, and I just love it. Nope.
Someone mentioned 3D.
It's next year just going to be the year that we all like just a pissed each stream.
Yeah, that's lovely. I really like that. That's nice.
No, I mean it is handy for that. The terrain that terrain I'm doing is 3D. It's just help. It is good. Can't knock it. Now Steve, do some Tyroleans. No, Robin, go away. Go away, you bad person. Go away. Now Steve put this up, and he was asking some painting advice.
He doesn't need painting advice.
No, well, what he wanted, he was looking at the OSL behind on the wings, and I know he got a couple of comments in, or maybe you could add a little bit like, dude, it's awesome.
just leave it.
No, I think that works. It works as it is.
I'm no expert on demons, but those wings, they've got a little bit of a shine, but they look matte at the same time. I think they're brilliant. I don't see what you do any different.
It's so cool. I love the red on them. I mean, he might have done it since then, but I really like that. I also like it because it's a Balrog essentially that isn't like the big. That is more like the Tolkien Balrog than the Balrog you get in the films.
Yeah.
Which is essentially a bloodthirster. You guys should cover Chuck Berry's "Play with My Ding." I'm
pretty sure.
I'll tell you what. 2023 PCP Christmas single. we will do one.
My word.
We will do one.
God no.
And if you want us to sing "Girls, Girls, Girls," and by morning again we will
buy us more alcohol, we might do.
Yeah, we will do. In fact, but it's probably only a CrackCon thing.
What are you volunteering us for fuck's sake?
I saw Motley Crue sing that 3 times in one gig. It was just utterly horrendous.
I think that we should all 4 of us do it at Ken's wedding.
Not a Crue fan. I mean, just so we're really bad. No, I'm not going to say it on the stream. Actually, no, forget it. Actually, that'll probably get me. Keep going. I'll tell you guys afterwards. Stephen, now Stephen put up. Now, can I just say, Stephen put up an awesome Space Marine with amazing power sword.
Yes,
but I just like the pink horrors, so that's why I picked them. Because I think the blend. This sounds so weird. The blending on the tongues is. Yes, I love it. I do think that is brilliant. So nice one. That is awesome. Tim, Bicker Diecard Crackpot of the Year has gone back. Now, Tim only started, if I understand this right, Tim got into the hobby in 2020. It's only a few years.
Yep, during lockdown.
And he's gone back to his original models. And he's going back to them and
so Tim, if I remember rightly, he said 28 mil was dead, and he's done everything 15 mil, and I think those might be 28 mil. I'm just
think
saying,
they
really, Tim.
They might be.
What are they for? Because I like the blue helmets. That's different, isn't it? What are they? Are they just anything?
Sure, to be honest, I'm really not sure.
Tim, what are they? I'm interested to know now. Very interested to know.
Martin, if you ain't got no naps, you ain't got nothing.
He's got quite a few naps, to be honest, Paul.
Welcome to my world.
Finally, we come to our friend Tony West, and he, of course, has been adding to his Austrians. I think he got these at CrackCon from Tim. I think, but they look cracking.
For me, a muppet.
I mean, he's going to. He must be able to. He's going to bring these surely to. They're going to be a game. I want to see all these Austrians. in a
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
I want to see them. So
Do you know, I have never had any desire to do any Austrians whatsoever. I love Napoleonic.
Do you know why?
period because of the white.
Right, yeah.
But actually, I don't mind white. I did all those. What's the name?
Cleveberg.
Cleveberg.
No, the
journeys.
Yeah, but they had,
Cleveberg,
but you managed to go in because they had masses of pink.
That's true.
Yes, they did have a lot of pink.
But I see those figures and I think, bloody hell,
No.
maybe I could squeeze a unit in. No.
All right, then. Saying to you now, 2023.
Very British Civil War. There you go. That's what they
there you
were.
go.
Those figures.
Some city overlay. Nice.
Lovely stuff, guys. What we're going to say? Thank you so much for all of the photos that you post in. The
Have we
group.
got one
love
more
it.
to
We
show?
love it. Do we?
Oh.
We do. Sorry, yes, because
Yes.
and here we are.
There we go.
Sorry.
Hey.
Hey!
There we go. See, we did go and get it. We did
Now
go and get it.
that's a
That
gun right there. That's a gun
I
and
do
a
like
half.
That's a proper boomstick.
I do like that, and all for I do like the Krieg stuff.
Yes.
I do like the Krieg stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, we popped that on the end, so it comes on below everything else because we had to go and grab it. So no, but you see, we got it. But that is cracking.
Yes.
Oh,
Lovely
look.
stuff.
Cracking from
good,
the
that.
from the podcast. Yeah, yes.
That is absolutely, guys. What can I say? But thank you so much for taking the time to join us on your Monday before Christmas. It's not like it is Christmas Day. If we ever fall on a Christmas Day, actually, it's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
No.
We'll get eviscerated. All it'll be is the four of us logging on and then just murder.
Getting off.
Yeah.
And
Logging
Grabbing
off.
us.
Yes, yes.
but
Wait,
guys,
wait,
thank you
wait,
so much.
Can you hear that?
What?
I can hear it. I can hear it.
What we would have done, however, we've run over and now we're over by like 6 minutes, is we would have said to Dom, what's your hobby plans for 2023? However, he's going to paint stuff and there's no point in asking him because in 2 weeks it's going to change because he did the Boxer Rebellion and now he's painted up the Border Reivers stuff. Who knows? I think it's best to be surprised first thing in the new year.
I'm surprised every time. So what the hell?
Exactly. I like to live in suspense. I hate it. I hate surprises. The first show in the new year, guys, is on the 9th of January, Monday the 9th. We've got 2 weeks off for good behavior, and that will be over on Ken's channel for a subject that I'm sure he will decide 4 hours before the stream goes live.
I'll be 32 then. That's sad. That makes me very sad and depressed.
Dear.
I
My
can't even
birthday on the
remember being 32.
It'll be my birthday. I know because you're old.
Oh, harsh.
There might only be 3 of us on this stream, but we'll broadcast through his channel anyway. But what else can we say? Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the Crackpots. We will post a list up of who was voted the winners. Well done, Tim, Crackpot of the Year.
Yeah, well done,
and
Tim.
also we'll post up the list, the reading list. And I think the final thing left to say is we wish you all a very, very merry, hobby-filled Christmas. And
Have a great Christmas, everyone.
Awesome. Enjoy
Enjoy time off.
Cheers, everybody.
Everyone. See you soon.
Thanks for watching on the catch up.
Thanks
Bye-bye.
for everything this year,
I've
guys.
already done it, you penis. See you later. Bye-bye.